Mukam karoti vachalam pungam langayate grim yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Gurum Deenataranam. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A short introduction because I see many new devotees here. What we are doing in this class. And I will just at the end of the class, I will give some general points also. We are studying Srimad Bhagavatam prayers. The Bhagavatam, we have taken only prayers of Bhagavatam. So in that stream, we are in sixth canto, prayers called Hamsa-guhya prayers. This Hamsa-guhya prayers are prayed by Daksha, Prajapati Daksha. I have given a brief introduction about Prajapati Daksha in previous classes. So if you hear the previous classes, I have described enough about Daksha. But still, little bit I am telling. Daksha appeared in third canto as father of Sati, Mother Sati, Parvati. And then later, he took a second birth again here in the sixth Manu. First Manu he appeared, and then again the sixth Manu he appeared. And again, he is not a pure devotee, he is a mixed devotee, but definitely a devotee. So he took prayers from Vedas and he is praying before his service. Before doing anything, devotees should have the habit of surrendering ourselves to Krishna. This is the lesson we learn from Daksha. We may be a president of America, or we may be a small ant. We may be Brahma or small ant. Brahma is the topmost position in this material world. And ant, small ant. Whoever we may be, but as devotees, we should learn this from Daksha, that whatever we do, we first should seek the blessing and permission from Lord. That's what we seek from Daksha. And Daksha is praying very, very nicely. And the Bhagavatam is very nicely described how he is praying. And it's very philosophical prayer. Some prayers are simple to understand. That's why this 11 verses, this is the third class I'm taking. It takes a lot of time to understand how he is praying. But Srila Prabhupada has written a lot elaborate purports for all these things. Please take time and read. Here we can just describe the key points, important points, like that. But Prabhupada describes it in detail. So you please go through it. We have studied the verses last week itself. Last week we have done with until verse 29. This is 6th canto, 4th chapter, text 29 we have done. And the prayers are from text, I think 23 to 34. Hamsa-guhya prayers are from text 23 to 34. We have done up to 29. Now today we will take up 30, verse 30. It's a beautiful verse. So very important verse also. So the verse is Yasmin yato yena cha yasya yasmai yat yo yatha krute karyate cha paravarshayan paramam prak prasiddham tad brahma tad detur ananyat ekam. Translation: the Supreme Brahman Krishna is the ultimate resting place and source of everything. Everything is done by him, everything belongs to him, everything is offered to him. He is the ultimate objective. And whether acting or causing others to act, he is the ultimate doer. There are many causes, high and low, but since he is the cause of all causes, he is well known as the Supreme Brahman who existed before all activities. He is one without a second and has no other cause. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Very, very exalted, great prayers. So yasmin yatho yena yasya yasmai, yasmin means to whom everything rests. Everything in this material world or spiritual world rest upon Krishna. Like what do you say, we cannot, any living entity cannot exist like that. They rest upon shudre manigana iva. All right, the pearls, in a pearl mala, in a pearl garland, if you see, ladies wear pearl mala, right? If you see, the thread is inside. The thread may not be visible. We see only the pearls, but without the thread, the pearls cannot exist. So, like that, everyone, everything rest on him. He is there. So everything, to whom everything rests, the ultimate resting place. Yataha, from whom everything emanates, from whom everything comes out. From aham sarvasya prabhavo mataha sarvam pravartate, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, that everything comes from me, originate from me. I am the source of everything. Yena, by whom everything enacted, ultimate actor. So everything is done by Krishna. Then what is the problem? The question may arise, no? Everything is done by Krishna. So I will do whatever because he is doing some mistake. So atheist may claim, he is doing, I'm not doing. I murder somebody and say, he is doing, I'm not doing. We have to understand one thing. It is a big system he has created. We are now entangled here. He is doing, but the result we have to face. We are given independence, and in that independence we desire. And when we desire, that desire is fulfilled by him. Whether it is a good action or bad action, reaction is there. Good or bad, reaction is there. And we have to suffer or enjoy. So when we understand this, then we submit ourselves to him. When we understand this, we will submit ourselves to him. That we have to clearly understand. These things are explained in Bhagavad Gita, the basics. We are not the doer, but we think that we are the doer. Right? Kartahum iti manyate, prakrite kriyamanani, gunai karmani sarvasaha. Ahankara vimudatma kartahum iti manyate. Because nothing belongs to me. Even this body doesn't belong to me. The body is made of 5 elements, right? So that is not mine. Everything is given by Krishna, and so how I can act? I can only desire. The soul can only desire, but the support system, everything is provided by Krishna. So that we have to understand that he is the ultimate actor. To whom everything belongs. He is the proprietor of everything. That we have to understand that Ishavasham itam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bunjita magrida kasya siddhanam. Everything, Isha Vasham, everything belongs to Krishna. That we see in Sri Ishopanishad. Yasmai, to whom everything is offered, he is the beneficiary. That we see in Bhagavad Gita, Bhoktaram Yajya Tapasam, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, Suguritam Sarvabhutanam, Gyatva Shantim Richati. So everything, he is the Bhokta. Who is the Bhokta? Who is the enjoyer? Krishna is the enjoyer. Who is the beneficiary? He is the beneficiary. In all the yajnas, in all sacrifices, you offer whatever is offered, ultimately goes to Krishna only. People may think we are offering it to different demigods, different gods, different personalities, but ultimately it goes to Krishna. He is the ultimate beneficiary. Who is desired object of every action, ultimate object. You may desire something, but the ultimate object is Krishna. Ultimately, ultimate destination, ultimate object is Krishna. Yah, who does everything by himself and through others, ultimate doer. This we have already seen, ultimate actor. Ultimate doer is Krishna. He is the ultimate doer. Without his support, nothing can be done. He facilitates us. Actually, he is doing, But because we desire such actions, we became his instrument. We became instruments in his hands. Then we enjoy the results. We suffer or enjoy the results. That point is little, we need to little strain ourselves to understand these points. Externally, if we see that, it is difficult to understand. We are acting, we go for a job, we earn money, or we work, we cook, we think, we wash, we cook, we clean, we do many things. That time always the point comes, so I am doing, I am doing, I am doing. But we are made to do, we are given the facility to do. That we have to understand clearly. We cannot be independent. We are like puppets. Have you seen the puppet shows? No, the string is there, it's pulled, so the puppet puts the hand, legs stringed. So we are like that. Only thing we have is minute independence. If we use that minute independence correctly, then problem is solved. Then we are right puppets in Krishna's hand. Krishna wants to do some good, very nice work, devotional works through devotees, and we can become instrument in that. Krishna also does some job, negativities in this material world. If some non-devotees, asuric, demoniac people want that, he engages them in that activities. Okay. So anyway, ultimately he is doing everything. Text 31. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the all-pervading Supreme Personality of Godhead, who possesses unlimited transcendental qualities. Acting from within the course of the hearts of all philosophers who propagate various views, he causes them to forget their own souls, while sometimes agreeing and sometimes disagreeing among themselves. Thus, he creates within this material world a situation in which they are unable to come to a conclusion. I offer my obeisances unto him. This is a little bit complicated prayer. But still, we will try to understand through the purpose of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada writes very nicely, then we can find the answer, how it happens. So, Daksha is praying that Krishna is having unlimited transcendental qualities. The qualities which human being possesses normal quality. But the Lord's quality is called transcendental. I hope devotees understand the meaning of transcendental. When non-devotees, when human beings, when the jivas have some quality, that is not perfect. That is not perfect. But whereas if the Lord has qualities, that is completely perfect. It is full of bliss, knowledge, and it is eternal. That is transcendental, right? Pure spiritual. So, Lord, there are in this material world, different philosophers are there. Prabhupada is writing Dvaitavadis, Advaitavadis, Mimamshavadis, Mayavadis, so many Vadis are there. If you study all those philosophy, we get confused. Prabhupada has given us clearly, nicely guided us through the Guru Parampara. Our philosophy, Achintya Beda Beda Tattva, is very, very clear and very nicely explained to us. But other philosophies are confusing and this and that. Some point is mentioned, some points are not mentioned. So in this world, there are lots of Vadis. Vadi means philosophers. But Krishna being there in the core of their heart. In the second canto, we have seen that the Lord in the form of Paramatma within the heart. The absolute truth is realized in three forms: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So being Paramatma in the heart of everyone, he induces them to, according to their desire, he makes them to speak some philosophy. Maybe if it is Mayavadi also, atheism also, everything comes from Krishna only. So he allows them to speak such philosophy and they don't come to conclusion at all in their life. They argue, they write, they say this is right, this is our philosophy. So they get confused and they confuse the other people also. Ultimately, they don't come to the real object of love, real object of bhakti. They don't come. Why this happens? Why Krishna is confusing them? They can guide him. He can guide them, no? Why he is not guiding this Mayavadis? Why he is not giving them right knowledge? Why? The question arises, Prabhupada is answering that question. Why it is like that? Why people have different ideas? Why can't they have only one idea? Why? Because jivas are unlimited, and they have given minute independence. Misusing that independence, they envied Krishna. Why in this material world we came? Because of the envy we had for Krishna. So when we came here, the envy put us in this material world. So the enviousness continues to exist. So these philosophers' motive is it's not sincere. If a sincere seeker is there, the truth is revealed. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. If you are a devotee, the truth is revealed. But these people, they are envious of the Lord. So the different philosophies are spoken by them, and they argue with each other, and they never come to the right conclusion. That's what as Prabhupada is saying. So this Prabhupada is quoting slokas from Bhagavad Gita, that how the asuras, they speak different philosophies. They speak all Mayavada, atheism, all ism. If you see, many I have, before coming to ISKCON, being very philosophical in nature, and I was curious in search of truth. So I read so many books. It is one way good, one way it is very bad. I read so many, this Baba, that Baba, so many philosophers in India, within India. So I was like, a khichdi box. Fortunately, by the mercy of Guru and Srila Prabhupada, all these misconceptions were taken out in the beginning of my spiritual life by one devotee who guided us. So all these philosophers, they write something which you will never understand. You will never understand. You read such books, and it is a fashion that if things are very clear, then it is not good. Like that, they present things. You take their book and you will not understand anything. That's the way they present themselves. But whereas if you take Prabhupada's books, things are very clear, very, very clear, straightforward, clear. So, dear devotees, this is because of the Guru Parampara's mercy. Prabhupada is carrying the Gaudiya Sampradaya's mercy, and he gave us that. And things are very clear. We know who I am, who is God, and what is my relationship with him, and what should I do. Things are very clearly explained. Not this, that. So many confusions are there in different, if you go to different schools of thoughts and philosophies, all these things. So Prabhupada is quoting Bhagavad Gita that only those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, are cast by me into the ocean of material existence, into various demonic species of life. Attaining repeated birth among the species of demonic life, such persons can never approach me. Gradually, they sink down to the most abominable type of existence, because they always envious of Krishna. That's why they are not able to come to the right conclusion. So after coming to Krishna consciousness also, if we are not sincere, then we will not be awarded with right knowledge. I have seen many devotees, they are distracted here itself with some other thing, some other thoughts. That's why it is many times mentioned by our senior devotees that we should go through Srila Prabhupada's book thoroughly. Before coming to Bhagavad Gita, we have to read all the small books. Then when we come to Bhagavad Gita, we have to thoroughly understand Bhagavad Gita. Then we have to go to Bhagavatam, that to Bhagavatam from first to 12th canto systematically. Then we have to go to Chaitanya Charitamrita. So first we have to complete Srila Prabhupada's all books. Then only we can read other books and other whatever it is. So dear devotees, it is very important that we follow Srila Prabhupada. So now, otherwise we cannot understand Bhagavad. Not even a single word. It's very, very, very difficult to understand Bhagavatam without the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So we follow Srila Prabhupada completely. Then 32, verse 32. There are two parties, namely the theist and the atheist. The theist who accepts super soul finds the spiritual cause through the mystic yoga. The Shankite, however, who merely analyzes the material elements, comes to the conclusion of impersonalism and does not accept a supreme cause, whether Bhagavan, Paramatma, or even Brahman. Instead, he is preoccupied with the superfluous external activities of material nature. Ultimately, however, both parties demonstrate the absolute truth because although they offer opposing statements, their object is the same ultimate cause. They are both approaching the same Supreme Brahman to whom I offer my respectful obeisances. So it is also again is the prayer is little bit complicated. So he is praying that there are two kinds of people. One is theist and another is atheist. So here we have to understand that theist and Mayavadis, we can say like that. Atheist means they deny the personality of God. Here, atheist means Mayavadis. Here, atheist means Mayavadis. Those understand that the Lord doesn't have a form. So both are seeking the truth. They want to know what is absolute truth. Though their goal is same, but one is achieving the realization of Bhagavan, the other is not achieving that. So he's saying both of them are towards absolute truth. Though they are contradicting each other, their goal is same. I offer my obeisances to such Supreme Brahman. Such Supreme Brahman is none other than Krishna. So here we have to understand here the prayer mentions that Shankites. What are these Sankhya Yoga Shankites that we have seen in third canto? Our Kapila Muni is doing. But there is some people, they use the same analytical method to understand the material world. Analyzing the 24 elements of the material world, which I described previously. How this material world is made, how our body is made with these 24 elements. So analyzing that, they don't come to the conclusion that Krishna is the supreme. In that analysis itself, they end their life. That's all. They don't come to the point. But the Sankhya Yoga philosophy given by Kapila Dev was ultimately ended in Bhakti Yoga. That is right. But here, if it is not ending in Bhakti towards Krishna, then it becomes an atheistic philosophy. So that's what it is mentioned here. So yoga means Bhakti Yoga only. If the yoga doesn't end in Bhakti, then what is the use of that yoga? So people try to meditate on the Supreme Lord in the heart, but if they don't realize that the Lord inside, the super soul inside is Krishna, then there is no use. Right? If they meditate on the impersonal energy or light or Brahman, then what is the use? There is no use. So the ultimate conclusion should be coming to the point of Krishna. If not, then all these things become waste. Right? What the endeavors which they put, the yogis, the jnanis, how much endeavor they put. Bhakti is very simple, but still they want to make it very complicated. and they make it very complicated, but they don't ultimately come to the point, the real point, the fact. This is called a fact, the real fact. They don't come to that point. This is unfortunate. So, verse 33, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is inconceivably opulent, who is devoid of all material names, forms, pastimes, and who is all pervading, is especially merciful to the devotees who worship his lotus feet. Thus, he exhibits transcendental forms and names with his different pastimes. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose form is eternal and full of knowledge and bliss, be merciful to me. So, now the important point mentioned here is generally when we pray to the Lord, when the Vedas pray to the Lord, they pray that the Lord doesn't have a material form. Form doesn't have form means not material form. He has a form, but it is transcendental form. He has quality that is transcendental quality. So, devoid of material names. He is devoid of material. Is everything is spiritual. That's why the Vedas say that he is nirguna. Nirguna means no material qualification. Krishna is nirguna means no material qualification. That they don't understand. Oh, he is nirguna, no guna. So no form also they say he doesn't have a material form. That we have to understand. He doesn't have a material form. So here Prabhupada is writing in the purport, unintelligent persons say that the Lord does nothing. Actually, he has nothing to do. That is very important, right? He doesn't do any. He has na tasya karyam karanam cha vidyate na tat samay cha chabhyadikas cha drishyate parasya shaktir vividaiva shruyate. That means he doesn't need to work. Krishna has to work for his livelihood. Does he has any work? So unintelligent persons say that the Lord does nothing, but he also works. He has nothing to do personally, for his sins potencies are perfect. Everything is immediately done by his will. Just he need not even blink his eyes. Instantly he can act. He need not plan anything, work hard like us. So the we sweat a lot, we think a lot, then we work hard. This is all jiva. For the Lord, the Supreme Lord, instantly he can work because his potencies are perfect. So persons to whom the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not revealed cannot see how he is working. Therefore, they think that even if there is God, he has nothing to do and has no particular name. So that's why these Mayavadis are describing him that, he doesn't have a work and he doesn't have a name, like that they are describing. But Prabhupada is writing, he definitely works. He definitely works, and he definitely performs pastimes with his dear devotees. That's why he has name also according to his actions. So Krishna means all attractive. He is very attractive. The only person who gets all attraction is Krishna. So according to his like the pastimes he performs, his names are there. Like he killed the demon Madhu, so he is Madhusudana. So he is son of Nanda Maharaj, he is Nandanandana. The son of Yashoda, so Yashodanandana. So he has beautiful names according to his pastimes, according to his form, and different Ananya names, means unlimited names, all transcendental names. So Prabhupada is saying that only unintelligent people say that he doesn't have a name. He doesn't have a form because they compare their form with the Lord's form. Because they see the ordinary human beings, they see that their form is getting destroyed, deteriorated in time. So similarly, they compare, oh, that should not happen to God. That will not happen to God. He is always youth, is always beautiful, and his form is transcendental. That they don't understand. When the Lord comes here to perform the pastimes, they misunderstand. They misunderstand and they say that no, 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 God doesn't have a form. So now, 34th verse, last verse. As the air carries various characteristics of the physical elements like the aroma of the flower or colors resulting from mixture of dust in the air, the Lord appears through the lower system of worship according to one's desires. Although he appears as the demigod and not in his original form, what is the use of these other forms? May the original Supreme Personality of Godhead please fulfill my desires. So this is very beautiful prayer. Like if you see the air and the air passes, what happens? The air carries the dust particle. If the dust particle is red in color, the air looks like red. If it is mud, its muddy color comes. And if the air passes through a nice jasmine garden, then you get the aroma of jasmine. If the air passes through a gutter, then we get the dirty smell. So similarly, Lord comes as different forms according to the desire of the worshippers. If the worshippers wants to worship the Lord like impersonalism, he accepts that also. If the worshippers wants to worship him in a different demigod's form, so here Prabhupada is mentioning that Mayavadis worship five demigods. Pancha Upasana means five worship of five demigods. So they also consider Vishnu as demigod. Vishnu, Shiva, Durga, Ganesha, and sun god. They worship these five demigods, thinking that ultimately nothing. We have to take through the roots, like mental speculation of worshipping these five demigods. Then we go to Brahman. That is their idea. So, but still, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura is mentioning the difference between Supreme Personality of Godhead and the ordinary living being. He is describing how Krishna is supreme, how he is above these things, how Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura is giving that how his form is Purnam, how his form is complete, how his form is transcendental. Those things he is saying. So he is clarifying. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura's commentaries are very important for our Sampradaya. So he is clarifying this point. He is clarifying that the Lord is personal. The Lord is never impersonal. He is not imaginary. He is personal. Is there, his form is there, his form is superior to any other forms. But in sometimes, if somebody wants to worship him in the lower form, he also facilitates that. Okay, you want to worship me in this form? Okay, I take that also. So it is this is according to the desire of the jiva. He present himself. So, but if somebody is very sincere, then they get the mercy of the Guru Parampara and they get the right guidance. This is the only point we have to understand. If the seeker is very sincere, then the right thing is given. That's all. If someone is very, very sincere, if their thirst is very real, and they want to know who is Krishna, who is God, and want to achieve Him, then the right path is shown. So, in that way, we ISKCON devotees are very, very fortunate to get the right guidance of our Gaudiya Sampradaya Acharyas. They have given us the right path. Now, we need not speculate, we need not search for these things, we need not study big Veda Shastra, this Shastra, that Shastra. We have given enough knowledge, enough guidance through our parampara, and we have to just accept this and go ahead. Simple. accept this and go ahead. We need not do many research work. I have seen some, even some Matajis, they want to do different commentaries, different works, this and that. We need not break our head, because the knowledge given in the parampara, Guru parampara, is very important. Guru Sadhu Sastra. So the Sastra, the right interpretation of Sastra is given in our Sampradaya. So we need not worry about other confusions of this world. We simply read Prabhupada's books, take the direction, and chant and be happy. Especially we are all ladies, and we need not do big. I have seen many devotees, they do big research work, this work, that work, break their head. In this lifetime, we have to go back home, back to Godhead, right? At the end of our life, we should be able to think of Krishna. For that, we have to practice from now. We have already left so many years in our life. One pasuram of Tamil pasuram says that half of our life goes in sleeping. And until adolescent, we engage in playing. After that, we engage in family affairs. Then where is the time to think of Krishna? But by Prabhupada's mercy, the package is given to us. We have to practice now, and the intense practice is at the end of our life. So that intense practice, if we do, so that we will, Ante Narayana Smriti will be possible. Etavan Shankya Yogabhyam Swadharma Parinishtaya Janmalabha Parapumsam Ante Narayana Smriti. So what is the, whatever you do in your life, you may be a male, female, philosopher, or businessman, or whatever activity you may do in your life. But Ante Narayana Smriti is very important. Remembering Krishna at the end of your life is the real test for you. So that we have to pass, and the path is given. So we have to quickly understand and practice in our life. Chant, chant, chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Daksha is a Prajapati. So he has taken a prayer from Vedas, and he performed the Hamsa-guhya prayers. But a very nice praying system, like, how the process is given to us, chanting the holy name. All these Sanskrit prayers are very complicated. This is for creation. Prajapati is doing creation, is producing, is a progenitor. So for that he prayed. For us, we have to reach him. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us a simple process, and but powerful process. It looks simple, but very powerful. So the name, the holy name, and the Lord are both same. There is no difference. If you say water, 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 will your thirst go away? If I say water, 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 thirst will go away? No. Unless you take water and drink, thirst will go. But if we say Krishna, Krishna will come personally. The name and Krishna are same. So in the Kali Yuga, he appeared as, he has taken his avatar as name. He has appeared as Bhagavatam. I chanted on prayer. In that prayer, it is mentioned that he is, Bhagavatam is the incarnation of Lord Krishna. So in the names, he has incarnated. So he is easily available in one way. If we are sincere, we can understand that he is here. But if we complicate like this Mayavadis and atheists and demonic people, then it becomes very, very complicated. He is very far. Ishopanishad says that he is near also, he is far also. For those who are sincere devotees, he is here. For those who are not devotees, he is very, 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 very far. So from Daksha, Prajapati Daksha's prayer, we understand that we don't complicate the life too much. We make it simple. We chant and we eat prasadam. Only two things are needed: eating prasadam and chanting. Then life becomes easy, and we remember Krishna at the end of our life. Hare Krishna. Any questions regarding this? Our general questions are also welcome. There are some new devotees here. So questions are welcome. Hamsa-guhya prayers. Anuragini. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
That impersonal Brahman, Brahma Jyoti. Mataji, in Brihat Bhagavadamritam, it has mentioned. Let me know what it exactly mentioned in about Brahma Jyoti. Because Bhagavan has form, and then he is resided in everyone's heart as a super soul.
Paramatma.
And then what about an impersonal Brahman? In that Vaikuntha, Narayana is situated, and then on the topmost Goloka Vrindavan, Radha Krishna is there. So what about an impersonal Brahman, Brahma Jyoti?
Brahma Jyoti Brahma Jyoti is nothing but the effulgence of the body of Krishna's body. Krishna.
But in Brahma, in that Brihat Bhagavadamrita, it has mentioned. It seems like there is a form of Vishnu also in impersonal Brahman, Brahma Jyoti, like that. Is it, Mataji?
No, I haven't read Brihat Bhagavatamrita. I have heard a little bit here and there. Wherever Prabhupada mention what is Brahma Jyoti means, the effulgence of the body.
Yeah, the race.
Right, the Brahman. That covers the whole spiritual world. Okay, because of the power Krishna's, the Brahman, Brahma Jyoti, they say, no? It's a effulgence, Prakash in Prakasam in Tamil, Prakash in Sanskrit. So that Prakash is covered everywhere, right? That especially this material world is a prison house, right? That's why he made it dark. But there the spiritual world is surrounded by the Brahma Jyoti. Those who think that Lord doesn't have a form, he is only Jyoti, they go until Brahma Jyoti. Okay. The spiritual seekers who meditate, oh, God is only power, oh, God is only Jyoti. They go until, even in our Tamil system, many are there only Jyoti, Arutperum Jyoti, Thaniperum Karani. They say Jyoti, Jyoti. Such people, they enter until Brahman. And if the path is, I don't know what even the Brahma Jyoti realization is also not so cheap and easy. Understand this. I don't know these Mayavadis, how much offense they do for Krishna, whether they will go to Brahman or not, that also not sure. Anyway, imagining that they enter into Brahman, what do they say? They say that you are God, I am God, everything is God. So everything is Brahman. So they go and merge there. Okay? Merge there. But what happens? The Jiva's reality is, the Jiva's position is always be active. In that activity, what do if in Brahmacharya there is no activity, you know? So they have to act, they have to come back again to material world. And then when they come back, Krishna gives them another chance so that they may take up bhakti or they may remain like that. I don't know. It is according to their again desire. Depends on the association also. How do they get association? Accordingly, they go back home or come here in a cycle only. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani chadareshayanam. Maybe like that or continue. It depends on each jiva. Right? Brahmajyoti is nothing but the effulgence of Krishna only. So absolute truth is realized in three forms: Brahman, Paramatma, and Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan. It is Sabhyate. Correct? Okay.
But you told that
Panchopasana. The Mayavadis are this.
So in South India, mostly they are worshipping with that photo only, no Mataji, that Pancha.
Sun god is not there. Lakshmi is there inside, na?
Yeah, Lakshmi and Saraswati, and then
Lakshmi,
Durga,
Saraswati, Ganesh, Narayana, Balaji, then one more.
Murugan Mataji.
Muruga,
And
I don't know. They
Yeah,
are
this
like,
five.
they are not.
So in South, they are just worshipping with that photo only, no? Isn't
They have no philosophy at all.
philosophy at all.
They don't know anything. They are like, I give this, you give me that. It's a business type of worship.
Mm.
We cannot call them as devotees or bhakti. These things are not considered in the point of bhakti. Bhakti is something different. What they are doing is some rituals and worship. It is called as worship. It is not bhakti at all.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hare
Kirtana.
Krishna.
Kirtana. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Yes.
Mataji, how will you worship Krishna Mataji?
We worship by chanting.
Chanting.
Chanting the holy name is the Yuga Dharma.
Okay, Mataji.
Yuga Dharma. Worship means what? What do you mean? What is the
If in before conversation in workshopping photo, the same format in Krishna photo also we workshopping. So I asked if in my mind it's asked how we worship Krishna. Yeah, at that time I know chanting the holy name is the Yuga Dharma we worship. So
worship? But we can do arti. We can worshipping him means keep the photo and consider him that he is there. He's there, so you can show him agarbatti, give him flowers, give him water, whatever you cook, you offer that to him. So if you are a real beginner, you please take the book called Beginner's Guide to Krishna Consciousness. In
yeah,
that everything is explained.
okay, Mataji.
So,
Mataji,
hmm.
and after you tell Mataji you something.
Yeah, we have morning program, we have evening program, we have different bhajans to sing. First we worship Guru, then we worship Krishna, then we worship Nrsimhadev, then we worship Tulasi. In the evening we worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So
Yes, Mataji.
the program is given. That we do.
Okay, Mataji.
Nothing we speculate from our mind. Everything is given. So we show agarbatti, we show ghee lamp, we show flowers, we do the arti, we lit the lamp and do the arti, and whatever we cook, we offer it to the Lord. In the house, we can have a simple system, not elaborate like temple worship. But in house, we can have a small program, not a big program, small program, and do daily practice. This is daily practice. Krishna is there in my house.
Okay, Mataji.
And we practice this every day. Then it becomes, we were devotees of Krishna. Now we have forgotten. That will be waken up. That will be awaken up. That will be jagrit. That will be come up. We have forgotten our relationship with Krishna, and we were devotees. We were very nicely with him in the spiritual world. That we have forgotten. Now to remember that, we are practicing it, and one day we will become real devotees. Now we are practicing.
Thank you,
By
Mataji.
chanting the holy name is very, very important process. Among all these things, chanting is very important. The 9 processes are given: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Vandanam, Archanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. These 9 are given. In 9 process, we have to minimum 3 we have to do. Minimum 3 comes in chanting. Okay.
Okay, Mataji. Actually, in Shastra tell this that 9 devotional service, but in our temple we do something cleaning or cooking. This is not mentioned in its, in what way we see that service and 9 devotional service, Mataji.
These nine, it is included. No, see, you become a servant, dasya. When you become a dasya, you serve, right? You don't.
Yeah.
If you are a servant, you cook for the Lord, right? You don't clean for the Lord. You are a servant of somebody means you have to do everything,
Oh,
right?
okay, Mataji.
Servant, becoming a servant, becoming a friend. Because Archana means what? Worship. You do Archana. Vandanam, you glorify the Lord. Vandanam. It is included.
Okay, Mataji. Ah, yes, it's
It is
included.
included.
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, and also we are not doer, Krishna is doer, but in real time, we see it's all are doing. Yeah, something in my mind is thinking something.
Yeah,
So,
I understood your question. We say that Krishna is doing everything, but we have to do. But Krishna has given us independence. I mentioned that in the class.
yeah, desire.
He has given us independence. With that independence, we desire. When we desire, the body which we got, devotees, please try to understand. The body which we got is given according to our karma and desire. According to our karma and desire. If we are worth of given something, he will give you. Because we have performed some activities in our previous life, accordingly we got now. Whatever we are undergoing is according to our desire and according to our activities, both. And it is given by the system which Krishna doesn't deal directly with everyone. He directly deal with only with his pure devotees. Understand? He deals directly with his pure devotees. We are not devotees. We are trying to become devotees. Okay. So the other people, generally in the material world, there is a system. There is Navagrahas, 33 crore Devi Devatas, they handling one problem. Even if you want to sneeze, you want to blink, there is one demigod who is the controller of this eyelid. Just you blink, there is a demigod who is controlling this. So according to your karma, you are given freedom to certain level. So in that level, you can act. You are thinking that you are acting independently. No, you are made to act. This is a little bit complicated to understand. We mostly think I am doing, I am doing. You cannot do without the support of three. See, there are three doers: material nature, the individual soul, and Krishna. See, for example, I will give you one example. Hmm? There is an office. In that office, there is a typewriter, the clerk. Okay, clerk has to type something. Okay, but there is some project to be sanctioned. So the clerk, she's typing something, taking a printout, go to the manager and ask the manager, this is the thing which you told me. So this is the project. So the manager signs it. Then the owner of that office, he has to provide with all the materials. So this is in theory. Okay, the person types and give, the manager signs. Okay, then he passes it to the owner. The owner gives, okay, this is the project, these materials are needed, so all these materials are supplied. So the owner is Krishna, the manager is demigods, or the material energy. We call this as the demigods together, material energy. Material energy is also an energy of Krishna only, but still we say that is Prakriti. Prakriti. And third is the individual soul, who is the agent in doing all these things in the lower level. Okay, you understand now this? Then the project is sanctioned. So being individual, I am an individual, right? I want to I have a desire. I have a desire. Okay, I want a house. This is my desire. I want a house. The house is given to me. How? The brain. Okay, to get a house you need money. So I work hard. The facilities are given. The intelligence is given, and I work hard. I have intelligence. I accumulate money. Then I buy a house, or I construct a house. These are all there in my life. If I am not destined to get a house, however I work hard, I may not get house. This we see in this life, in many people's life. They may work hard, they may not get a house. It is not sanctioned simply. So they fight, they grudge, they get frustrated. We are seeing, no? So in every action of our life, this is the thing. According to our previous karma, if we are destined, we are given. If not, we are not given. We may work, we may desire. So desiring is the only thing, and working hard. Maybe previously also, now also. We have to work hard for that. The facility is given, the intelligence is given, everything is given, given, given. You are an instrument in your own in your own life. Now you understand? We are not we made to act. This body, imagine this body. Who has given you this body? Is this
Krishna.
body belongs to you? No, because this body belongs to temporarily the body. See, after we die, what happens? After we die, the earth goes to earth, water goes to water, fire goes to fire, air goes to air, ether goes to ether. Nilam, neer, niruppu, kaatru, agayam in Tamil. Kirtana we say. So, the Panchabhutas. So the Panchabhutas merge in Panchabhuta. Our body gets deteriorated. They decompose and mix with the five elements. So this body is made of five material elements, right? So after death it goes. So the body belongs to you? No. So through the body we act. So who is acting? Material nature is acting. We cannot act independently. That's what it is said. We are dependent. If the action is independent, then we can say that I am acting. We cannot act independently. We are facilitated to act. You understand?
Yes, Mataji.
We are made to act. We cannot act independently in this world. Anyone. The independency is not complete. We are given independence, but it is small. Understand?
Yes, Mataji. But the fruit of activities get in but soul, Mataji.
No, but when we connect, we get suffering or enjoyment. If we don't connect, we are not. We are we are not. We are aloof from it. See, the fruits are given. If we connect ourselves like I am this body, so the pain we are experiencing. If we don't connect, we will not feel the pain. So there applies the philosophy. The suffering and the happiness, how it comes? It comes when we connect with that. If we don't connect, it won't come to you. One simple example, whether you will able to understand or not. When he is not a devotee, Socrates, he was given poison. Was the enemies of Socrates, they told, drink poison and die. He drank and he told, you see, you cannot kill me. You can kill my body. He drank and he died, it seems. So this is it.
Okay, Mataji.
So he didn't connect himself with the body. Though he is not a devotee, but he didn't connect himself with the body. He said, you can kill this body, not me. So the activities, when we connect ourselves with our problem, then we are entangled. That's what the whole philosophy says. You need not suffer. You are rich man's daughter. Kirtana, you are the multimillionaire's daughter, but you need not suffer. But we don't feel, no. You are a very rich man's daughter. You can go in car, enjoy life. But we have got separated from that rich man now. We are now beggar on the street. We have to go and connect ourselves with that rich man. This is a Bible story which I told many times in this group. There was a rich man, and a rich man's son said, you give me my part, I will go. Then he took his part and he went with his bad friends and lost everything. And when he became a pauper, beggar, he didn't have anything to eat. He went to the pig's shed and the pigs were eating something, and he was eating with their pigs. But somebody reminded him, do you know one thing? You are rich man's son. Go and connect yourself with that rich man. You need not eat the pig food. Then he went and asked for forgiveness to his father, rich father. Father, please forgive me. Then the father accepted him. Same condition with us. We need not suffer here. We need not suffer here. We are constructing a sand house in the beach. Sand house already is not strong. And that too near the beach. Then it will go washed away. So we are like that. But if we want to be in real house, we have to go back home, back to Godhead.
Yes, Mataji,
Then,
thank you.
if we connect ourselves with Krishna, who is our real father, we will not be like this beggars. We are all now beggars, thinking that I work hard and I get my house, my property, my this, my that. But if we connect with him, then we become perfect.
Yes, Mataji. And also last question, Mataji. Sorry, Mataji.
No problem.
In my previous karma, I'm unfavorable to Krishna conscious, Mataji. My family is not supported now, little supported, Mataji. But now I desire my desire to Krishna conscious. My future will be Krishna conscious favorable situation. I do little service for the guidance of the senior devotee, but my mom is not supported, but my desire now is Krishna conscious. But in Krishna is the doer. Now my desire is Krishna's mercy in Prabhupada now giving the knowledge, and my desire now is correct way. But how to approach? Mother Krishna will
No,
sanction.
see, now I will suggest that whatever is past is past. Don't worry about it. Now, presently, don't worry about the future also. Now, presently, take up Krishna consciousness sincerely. That's all. He will take care. Don't worry. Don't worry what will happen to my future. Don't worry. Keep on trying. Keep on trying to fix your mind in the lotus feet of Krishna. Savai Mana Sri Krishna Padaravinda. At any stage, you can give your mind to Krishna. You may not come to Mayapur and live in Mayapur. You may not be able to go every day to temple. You may not be able to be with the devotees. Many things you may not be able to do. But one thing you can definitely do at all times. Keep your mind in Krishna. Chant the holy name. Chant the holy name. This is everyone at any stage can do. That you do. Then rest he will take care. How to take you near him? He will dadami buddhi yogam tam. He will give you the intelligence so that you will go to him. He will show the path, right time. Depend on him, surrender to him. Raise your hands. Krishna, I am surrendered to you. You do. And whatever comes, sometimes it negativity may come. But in long run, you will understand these negativities are for my purification. Maybe sometimes you will be thrown out of some devotees association. It happens in my life. Then I cried like a foolish woman. I cried. I felt sick. But later I understood it is for even more higher gift Krishna wanted to give. So he removed me from some places. Later, it's all time. You have to patiently wait, understand your life. Then you will see that, oh, Krishna has a different, nice plan. I didn't know this. I didn't know this. I was foolishly acting. That you will understand. Something may not be given to you, then later he will give you such a thing. You will always thank him. Oh, thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Krishna. So now maybe you are suffering. Maybe you might not given many things, but wait patiently. Krishna's, you just do one thing, always remember Krishna. That can be done at anyone can do this.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. For this class, I get so many truth, and I always think for worry about my future. I
Don't worry.
like Krishna conscious, but your class give some strength to next steps
That's
to
why
go.
we associate with devotees. See, association of devotees is very, very important. That's why I also associate with devotees. See, one verse, you are a Tamil, I will tell you this. மரம் வச்சவன் தண்ணி ஊத்துவான். அவ்வளவுதான். See, I'll translate in English. One who has planted a tree, he will definitely water that plant, right? This is natural. So Krishna has given us this life. He will definitely take care of us. He is taking care of atheists, mayavadis, elephants, snakes, all kinds of living entities. Why not we want to go to him? He will definitely take care of him, take care of us, because our desire is to go back home, back to God. We want Krishna's love. So if that is there, then why not he will do? See, snake is very, very, very bad animal. You all know, very envious creature in this world. But Krishna supplies food to that also. Snake gets food or not? Food. Food is given to snake or not? Kirtana, answer me.
Krishna give Mataji.
Snake gets his food, no? When snake gets food, why not we?
Yes,
Are you
Mataji.
eating? Oh, it's a bad animal. Okay. But a good animal, elephant, eats a lot. That much you eat?
No,
No.
Mataji.
But still, Krishna provides food to elephant.
Yes,
So we are
Mataji.
not worried about food, shelter, recognition, all these material things. Because he has created us, he will give.
Yes,
Even if you are a non-devotee, he will give you. I have seen non-devotees. They are getting everything. They will get. What we have to strive for, we are only one thing we have to do: chant and eat prasadam. That's all.
Okay, Mataji.
And associate with devotees.
Yes, Mataji. Let's give power.
Increase, yeah. Strengthen your faith. You have to every day. You have to increase your faith. Hearing is very, very important. Hearing about Krishna is very important. Otherwise, whatever you hear, you will forget.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much,
The
Mataji.
same question you may ask after 10 years also. I have seen some devotees, they don't have faith. They don't have faith, Shraddha in Krishna. So they forget. They hear, they forget. But we have to constantly hear. Then only our faith build up strongly.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Dandavat pranam,
Dandavat
Mataji.
pranam, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Any other questions? Rasamurti?
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Rasamurti, no
One-
other. Yeah, please.
Yeah. One new devotee has joined. She is Paisravani. Hare Krishna, you can show Paisravani. You can start your video.
Who is this?
Paisravani Mataji.
Ved Janani. Ved Janani is there.
Yes, you can.
Geeta
You
is
can
there.
start video. You have you benefited from the class?
Oh. No, maybe she's shy.
Yeah, she's nice devotee. She's practicing since 4 months.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I will stop recording. Then we can have a personal speech now.
yes, Paisravani